What do you say, folks? Little midday money. I don't know if I hit the music button. Welcome on into the show. Good afternoon. Tuesday, the 20th of August. Welcome on in. Not quite a teaser Tuesday. We'll bring back teaser Tuesdays next week for the degenerates who love teasers. Also, next Wednesday, contests will pop up as well. Hit the like button here. Winning Free Picks, Sean Higgs. Sure to head over to Sean Higgs because that's where we'll be doing a bunch of stuff for the signed auto jerseys. If you want to be part of those, that's where that will be. That's where that will be. Week 0 college football, NFL, final week of preseason, and we get a bye week before the regular season. Ridiculous. Yesterday in the video, Kansas City Royals run line winner 147. We'll get these up here. Why wait? People want the free picks. Let's go. I mentioned these on Look Headlines last night. I tweeted them out on the Twitter world as well. So there is that. Mets over 8.5, Brewers plus 115. Again, 147, 166. A little work to do in midday money to get back into the positive, but on the sites, another winning day. I want to say 6-3 since Friday. Putting together a couple wins here. I think I'm number 3 on one site, number 4 on another, number 6 on another site. Again, that's over, networking wise on some of these sites. You're probably about like on around 100 sites that I post to. So 3, 4, and 6, not bad. Over 500 games, anywhere from plus basically 2,500, 24.93 on winning free picks, all the way up to 27.58 in the positive on winners and whiners, 2,542 on all the other sites. A good baseball season, 500 games. I'm not going to complain about being up between 24 and 27 units. Plus odds average on these games. Do got a 3-pack up for today. But listen, you want the premium stuff, you go get it. I don't mind. You can find it. Let's talk about today's games. I got the Mets over 8.5. Hasn't changed since last night. We'll go Mets over here with Kramer and Peterson. 8.5s are out here flat at even money. And Milwaukee, I don't know why St. Louis is favored here. It's just come down on just a tad from last night. I see plus 107, anywhere from, let's say, 105 to 110s here. 105, 106, 107, 108s. So you can still get the plus money on the Brew Crew. I mean, St. Louis, you were 2 games out. You go 3-7. The Brewers go 7-3. Now you're 11 back. Okay, too good to be true kind of stuff. I really don't want to jump into things where it looks easy to win, but I don't like the Cardinals all year. Somehow the Brewers have 70 wins. I'm shell-shocked to that one, but let's go Brewers. Get it done here. Prop-wise yesterday, dropped our props. DeYoung, of course, comes through, even though there was no prop posted on him. I wish there was. We would have had a nice winner there. Sally Dogs was even money. We didn't use them. And, of course, he knocks in the runs there between Witt and my guy Vinny P. There was no get the pen out plays yesterday from anybody in the chat. I mentioned that pitcher from the A's, Boyd strikeouts. It was 6 at minus 110, 7 at 185, 8 at 370. They pulled him. He had 6 Ks. They pulled him out. So there's that. I grabbed the Packers plus 1.5. Now it's 2.5. I saw a good little thing. Well, actually, I heard it. I was listening to a podcast, somebody I like to listen to, and he was mentioning the line moves in preseason football. If you're late to the party on the moves, you say, you know what? Let's jump on this game. It was at 2. It's at 5, right? I mean, and listen, I had the Giants plus 5, went down to 2. If you jump in late to the party thinking, hey, I'm going to grab they were a dog, but now they're favored. Somebody knows something. Let's go. You were 8 and 18. Now, forget about the 26 and 80% run of unders. If people want to jump in, this is why it is important to get on or get down on a game early. 8-18, late to the party. All right, let's see what we got in the chat today. And then we'll get on with our lives. There's the Winner Free Pick YouTube. There's Sean Higgs. There's the Facebook page. Davis, always checking in. Love Davis. Thank you, Davis, for always hitting the like button and coming into the chat with minor league baseball. You know, I don't give out minor league baseball since Tim left. And, of course, with soccer or tennis, sports I do not bet on personally. Michael B. is in the house. Ryan, here we go. Thank you for the Royals pick, Fadu. You're welcome for the Royals. I thought you were going to come in here and hit me with some more Logan Webb stuff. I know I bust your chops with Logan Webb. The Giants, though. Michael B. will tell you. Michael B. is right ahead of you. Mike, let him know how we feel about the Giant offense. But I'm glad it won. Or get back on track with our baseball. I know it's a little bit of a losing record. It is what it is. As I say, pick and choose. You pick your friends, pick your nose. Can't pick your friend's nose. Well, I'm cherry picking some of my premiums, and the ones I put in here have not won. Michael B. is not loving the card today, but I'm a degenerate. So here we go. Not loving the card. Let's go. Guardians money line in the under plus 350. Twinkies, Phillies under plus 225. Rays over 6.5K. San Fran money line. Brewers money line over 7. I'm glad you don't like anything, but you rolled out 2, 4, 6, 8 games and 4 parlays for a day that you don't love. Hate to see it when you love a card. Davis is coming in. Milwaukee +1. I like the Brewers to win anyway. If you want to take a run, I don't care about that. I think the Brewers win the game. Mike A. Quintana's going for the Mets. Yes, he is. The ageless wonder, Carlos Quintana. Or was it Jose Quintana? And it's it's Carlos. Why did I say Jose? Or bleh, I'm saying Carlos, it's Jose. 35-year-old. You know, I used to like this guy. I thought he was a nice little solid guy to have. This matchup here, give me the over. I think the Orioles score some runs. I think the Mets score some runs. I'm not a Kramer guy. Sports Money Mikey says Higgs gets a pen out. It's a Reds day today. I don't hate it. Spears and Barrios. Sports Money Mikey POD. Follow the Sports Money. Mike comes at you live at night with it's not like a look ahead lines, but it's like, hey, the games are starting. Let's talk about it. And he runs down live stuff. So people love live. Mike does little things different to me. Betting wise, he'll come in a lot more action on things I don't bet on. Follow Sports Money Mike, Mikey POD. He likes the Reds today. Pen out with Spears versus Barrios. Michael B. has some early degenerate tennis action today. Here we go. 80 in Mayo. It's a 4-1. Okay, I'm not going to say no to that. The Columbus Clippers. I love it. -145. Minor league baseball from our guy Davis. Miz is in the house. Good to see you, Miz. Round robin. Natty's over. Gomber and Hertz over 8. Sure. Yankees under 8.5. I don't hate it here, right? They don't hit lefties. They don't hit period. Under 8.5. Sure. Mini under 8 with Bailey Ober on the hill today, right? I like Bailey Ober. I don't hate the under here. Yes. Yep. It's up to 8, huh? This was a 7.5. It ticked up a notch here, huh? Get that 8. Get that 8. I thought it would come down to a 7. Matt T, what do you think about KC run line today? And the Braves 120. Not interested in the Braves. Would prefer a Brave under in that one. Simply because, now Riley's out. Albies is out. Acuna is out. I mean, they're 71 and 48 to the under, man. I don't want to, Wheeler has been stellar in August, 3 starts. I think he's got like a .50 whip. On the season, he's got a whip under 1.98 in his starts this year. And I'm facing a team that can't hit. And I got Lopez. The guy, he left his last start. He was hurt. He hasn't pitched a couple weeks. So at best, as good as the season he's having, he might only go 5-something innings here, 6 innings. No thank you to Braves. And Kansas City, listen, I love Ragans. I got the Ragans over 10.5 wins. I need this for 11. I got them to lead the league in strikeouts. Cy Young, Royals win tickets. Anderson is a solid enough pitcher where you're gonna give me a 175 with him as a dog. I would rather take a big dog and Anderson there than take Raggins on the run line. And I love Raggins. I just what if I could go even money at a run line as opposed to a plus 70 with a dog with a pitcher who's pitched well. Michael B. Giants have an offense. I haven't seen it. It's. Remember you were like, take Conforto comeback player of the year. I remember that. I can't make fun of you because I had that guy Wu to a rookie of the year. Do 100 on it to win like 3,300. Loser. Here we go. The Omaha Storm Chaser himself, Davis Hexel, likes Omaha minus 160. Tim Earl left me. Tim Earl used to come in. He was like a little, behind the scenes kind of guy, would help out in the show. Then he left. And he was doing well. I mean, they were doing their own show, the Earls. So I'm like, listen, you don't have to come by. It's all right. That was more of like, hey, that was more for the winning free picks and parlays. Bosses were like, hey, go in here and be like a producer to the show. Like, I wasn't running crazy banners. I do little banners like this scrolling. Lenny gave me the nice banner up top, but I don't use the Canva for. Can I do more? Can we do matchups individually and have the bubbles up like we do in the free pick videos on P&P? Do I need all those bells and whistles? I mean, on a live show, that's doesn't last long. It's the content doesn't last forever. It's alive. It's not for NFL action for the weekend. It's a couple hours. Davis says Sugarland Space Cowboys. Davis, I have not gone to one Sugarland game all year. Not a bobblehead, not a jersey, not a thing. Not a thing. And I don't think I'm gonna get there. Not now. September's right around the corner. Like we said, it's only 5 games that are all big plus money except for the Twinkies. If I go 2 and 3, I should be up money. I'm pulling for you, Mike, but I'm not going to run out. Hey, I don't like the card today. Let me just do some parlays to see if I can hit them. Timothy's in the house. What do you say, fella? Michael B says, disclaimer, I know nothing about tennis. Someone else put me onto it. Like I said, I'm a degenerate, but 4-1 is worth a shot. I agree. Davis says, Bodo Gilmet, minus 140. What is this? Bodo Gilmet.
Stop it. Get some help.
What is that? Stop Geo. We didn't hit the KC run line. Well, we didn't hit the KC minus 1.5, minus 1, like I said yet. No, but it's down to even money. Again, I don't like it. I was just saying I'd rather take a plus 170 with the Angels. Yankees run line plus 130, under 8.5, minus 110. That's a parlay minus 110, even when you get a plus 130. That's not good. Conforto's not getting in ribbies early in the season. He's actually hitting well right now. Conforto, like all Giants hitters, is streaky. Well, pretty much all guys are pretty streaky. We've seen this with the way the season has progressed, Mike. But you had to do more than Conforto. I mean, I know Chapman didn't deliver. Nice story with the Ramos and the kid who was Fitzgerald, whatever. That was soccer. Davis says Bodo and Gilmet soccer minus 143. Soccer play. I'll stick with baseball. Mets over 8.5 and the Brew Crew plus 115. Again, if you haven't, like buttons on the YouTube channels. Answer the poll questions. They're free to hit the polls, right? Go in there and leave a little comment. And again, next week, Teaser Tuesday starts up for college football. The jersey, signed auto jerseys, a bunch of rando guys will start on Wednesday. It'll include the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday games, Thursday and Monday. So I'll pick the games. It'll be a game on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Not when we first did it was, hey, pick a game. Too much work. No, thank you. I'll pick the games. If there's a tie, it goes to the next week, and so on. So people like the free swag. It's better than a midday money shirt. Maybe I should, I still have yet. I tried to link Let me pull Michael off for a second. I tried to link like 3 different stores to the YouTube, but would not link. I don't know what to do with the Midday Money shirts. Ramos Fitzgerald are the only bright spots of the season. Well, it's always next year with the Dodgers when they load up with Soto. Well, listen, it's a short card. We did the show last night. It was an hour. Look at lines an hour. Usually look at lines to be like 15 minutes. But I guess we got a lot of night owls. Not many in a day. 20 minutes, 16 minutes. I don't mind. You know what that means today? Maybe we do some baseball cards. Maybe we do some baseball cards on Sean Higgs. What do you think about that? What? Over 20 and a half women's tennis. What women's tennis? Seems to the theme of the Farhan era Giants is always next year. Yeah, you guys. Well, there shouldn't be next year. You got Webb, Snell, and Ray. You got 3 good pitchers. Can you get some hitters, please? Can you get some hitters? Timmy says Jake McCarthy stats for August. Jake the Rake, 373, 11 runs, 4 homers, 19 ribbies, over a half ribby plus 185. Yes, Astros. You know I like Jake the Rake. I like McCarthy. I thought Tucker was an MVP kind of guy. I didn't look at any ribbies today. I've been a little frustrated with my ribbies of late. I'm just missing out on guys. Is it the time to go to minus 105 type ribbies, minus 110s, even monies? I don't know. I like my plus monies. What do I got in cards? I got a lot of 2000. I got a lot of the newer stuff. I got a 2024 Topps Hobby. I got a Heritage big box. I got some Bowmans. I got two Bowman 2024s, 3 Bowman 24s. I got a 2022 Bowman Mega. And I got the old stuff. I got a box of 87 rack packs. Then I got the vintage. Here's the thing, though. If I do the vintage repack wax or the classic wax box, that could be fun. And, of course, I got the 86s. I got the 86 Topps Fleer stuff. But a lot of newer crap. Arizona, minus 150. Here we go. D-backs, Rodriguez, Cabrera. I don't want to lay 150 with Rodriguez. I'd rather take the Marlins. Maiden Focus is back. Boys recorded win $3 is interesting. Yankees at 13-19 versus lefties. Boys very sharp. Exactly. That's why I said, you know what? If we're looking at anything here, it's an under game. Yanks don't hit lefties. Gill's been pretty solid at home. 3-1. Cleveland's not a bad team. Last I checked, they were in first place. And they got a better bullpen, folks. Worth a shot, Maiden, yes. Davis says Philly now minus 140 with Wheeler. I don't hate it. Kevin, you see they're trashing Russell Wilson. You know, I know he got banged up, right? He hurt his leg or something. And it could be more than what it was because I saw that the Falcons have now moved to 3. So I sort of want to take the Steelers in that game because everybody's going to be on the Falcons. I would not personally bet a ribby below plus 150. Not worth. I mean, 150. I mean, listen, you're going to give me Witt or Judge at 120. I'll take a shot on a 120 with those guys. I mean, they got Witt is 96 RBI, whatever he has, 92 ribbies. Judge is over 100. You give me a plus 120. I could find a way with a guy like that. But even I'm not going to do a minus 110. I'm not going to do. I try to do plus money. That's just what the show. And again, I say this every year. Like I'm like, oh, next year I got to start doing more strikeout props and nerfies, and I find myself going right back to just taking plus money dogs, run lines, ribbies that are plus 215s. I don't think people like it. I think people are simple. They want to do a 4-team parlay with money lines and hit run ribbies. You know, we'll see what happens. 86 Fleer. Yeah, I like the 86 Fleer. Any 86. 87, I guess I'll kind of save like the tops. Even that's like borderline. 86 and beforehand, I really don't think of it as junk wax, even though it is. Even though there's a lot of it produced. It's still expensive. Try to get an 84 box, it's a couple $100. So I don't really think that's junky. It's not like buying like a 90 score for like $30. It's like $330. Matt says Destroz today with Ronel Blanco on the hill. I don't hate Destroz over Pavetta. Not a Pavetta fan, Matt. She says, not a parlay, just like the Yankees run line and unders 2 plays. Okay. Well, I mean, the way you had it up there as a minus, I was like, oh, all right. I thought it was parlayed up. Maiden says I took Erod win at plus 160 over 4.5 Ks minus 125. D-backs over 4.5 runs. The win is plus 160. Sure. I mean, the guy's a 150 favorite. What does that tell you? Marlins, 9-33 versus lefties. Listen, they're 9-20 versus everybody. Marlins are a bad team. What are we going to say? I mean, find me a positive stat on a team that's 46 wins. I'm not going to do it. But again, I got a guy who's coming back off injury, working his way back. Is this where you want to be? 2 starts for Rodriguez, 5 innings and 5 innings. I mean, it goes back to the 160. Is he going to be in a position to get a win? Maybe he only was 4 innings. D-backs lead the majors 5.3 runs per game and face a bad pitcher today. Yes, somehow they hit the ball. Ketel Marte is out, by the way. No Marte, and I think is Christian Walker also injured for them? Christian Walker also out. So, I mean, you lose a guy who's probably your best player in Ketel Marte. He's got 300 average, 30 homers, 81 ribbies. Christian Walker's at 23 ribbies. Although, Jack Peterson's hitting 290 for them. Wow. We mentioned Jake McCarthy coming on strong for them. I'm just looking at these guys' averages. I mean, they have some good averages for Perdermo hitting 280, Newman 278, Goral's 270, Gryczek pinch hitting at like 270. He's got 80 games. I mean, not bad. Josh Bell, there he is, 238, 18 homers. Suarez, 18 homers, 230. I know that the Arizona at home is, I think, the best hitting team at home. Well, they were at the time. Michael B., if the books are giving you plus 120 with Judge Ribby, stay away. The guy should be minus 110. A burger plus 150. I don't hate it. Like I said, Rodriguez is making his 3rd start. Is he going to go more than 5 innings? I don't know. Made him like the 87 Fleers. Again, up to 87, I like. Anything after 88, I don't even save. I don't even save a lot of 87s. Like I gotta do some dumping. I have all the sets made, and if you're on Sean Higgs, you could go. There's like a whole playlist of me like cracking boxes, and there's some 80 stuff in there. There's 2024, 2022 nonsense as well. But I have every tops from 80 to 87. I got all the sets. And I have Fleer and Donruss from 81 to 87. I got all the sets. And they're sitting in a tote. And let me tell you, some of the Donruss is sealed. Like they're wrapped in plastic in their little sections. Like part of me is, do I just pull out all the rookies and just save them and then donate all the other cards? Like you spend money on sets. And again, $50, $130, whatever they are. I don't like throwing those out. I can throw out all new. Listen, I'll go to the elementary school. I'll bring over a 5,000 card count box of all 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24s. I'll bring all those over for the kids to have. I'll take out like the numbered, if I have numbered cards. Again, they're worthless. I mean, you get a bunch of nobodies. I don't understand how the cards today. And again, I was on, who are the guys? Sports Card. Two cats are out of California. I don't know. They're brothers. People sometimes hate them. I went on, and I was just saying stuff because no one would come on and talk. So I'm like, man, I'll come on and talk nonsense. They're like, oh, this guy, what is, talk about 86 Canseco's. But like, I don't. They make numbered cards. They make rookies. They're nobodies. Like, you were happy you got a future star, Bo Jackson. Okay, it's the card. Now you got to find a Bowman first. Is it his rookie? Is it a prospect card? Look at this. It's numbered. You get numbered cards that are nobodies. They're worthless. But you put them aside because you know what? It's only numbered out of 400. There's only 400 of these cards. There's only 50 of these cards. Can they be worth a little more? You think they would be, since they produce 100,000 of every other card. It's terrible. Stephen Bowman. Speaking of cards, Stephen Bowman's here. Not going to be a problem with the 86 sets is all the rookies for the most part of the updates, but I just love the 86 cards. Listen, 86 tops with the block across the top, I think look sharp. I mean, I like the 86 tops. I think it's a nice looking card. I think in the 84 down the side blocks, I like. Montana State, the favorite. Mexico's a bad team. Davis, this line opened at 4.5. It's a 10. It'll probably go to 12. And I don't even know if I take them. Like, part of me is like, oh, do I take the 12? It opened to 4. Were they that far off? How about an under? I'm thinking about taking an under in that game. Probably have that in the chat. Tomorrow I'll add some football to the chat. People love doing parlays. I get it, but it's a huge risk. I know, Steve, you know what I say. Best way to go 3-1, put a 14 parlay in. But if that's what people want to see, and this goes back to me keeping like a record. Like, I'm going to do stuff like that. I'm not going to keep records of stuff like that. How, I lose 10, but then all of a sudden I hit one. I'm up money. I don't know. I'm torn with that because I got people say, don't put a record in there. You don't let, why do you put a record in? Well, why the heck? How do you not put a record in? I got records on sites I'm on. Davis is not a New Mexico fan. And he says, Stroh's at FanDuel, minus 120, 11 and 12. They're hot. They're hot. Listen, the Astros could very well come out of the American League again. Are we going to be shocked? I'm not going to be shocked. They know how to win. They know how to win. And I got Nick Pivetta. Steve Bowman says, I think the Dodgers on 3.5 runs last night live. Easy winner. Should have been on the under with you for the full game. Never in doubt. Michael B said, one of my favorite cards I have graded is 86 Kirby. Second year, so it's not worth the time. It's a nice card. Yeah, I like his 85 Kirby. I think the 85s look good. Delaware State is catching 38 from Hawaii. What is that payday? Like, how much does Hawaii pay to Delaware State to fly out to Hawaii? Like, how much does that cost to fly a team to Hawaii from Delaware? That's crazy. In August? Wouldn't you want to go in like October when it's cold in Delaware? Matt, why do I like the Brewers today? Number one, I do not like St. Louis. They've dropped, 7-10? And the Brewers just win games, man. They just win. 71 wins. While St. Louis is dropping 7-10, the Brewers are winning 7-10 and burying them in the standings to the tune of now they're 11 back or whatever they are. Montes is – I got a cough. Hold on here. He is what he is. Nothing special. And Fetty Starkton's coming over from the White Sox. Not good. He hasn't been good. Is it a too good to be true look? We're catching – they're an underdog. They got 72 wins. 72 and 52, 34 and 28 on the road, and they're underdogs to St. Louis. Why? St. Louis is home. They're a bad team. I'll take a good team at plus money in August. The Brewers, to me, I can't. They've won 5 in a row, 72 wins. Now all of a sudden they're going to start losing after 6 months, 5 months of baseball. It's like, well, let's start betting on Miami to win with their 40. You are what you are. This team somehow wins games with Adam A. and Yelich and Contreras. You know, I like Sal Frelick in there. They somehow win. You're going to give me plus money, and Fetty has been bad. I'll take it. Cleveland couldn't hit the broadside of a barn this past weekend. Keep taking the unders. Steve Bowman likes the Rays. Also cashed the A's money line yesterday. I like the A's yesterday. I did. I mentioned that kid. I said, man, this guy's a strikeout machine. He's a strikeout machine. So you like Baz today. Right? Shane Baz is on the hill. I like Baz Anderson. I think they have a future to race. They always have young players. Maiden Focus says E-Rod figures pitch into the 90s today. 65 pitches in debut, 83 last game. Similar deal with Boyd. 80 pitches season debut last week. Took Boyd over 5.5 Ks. Worth the Ks against the Yankees. I mean, 2 guys on that team walk. So that's it. You got Judge and Soto. Everybody else, they're swinging and missing. I'm just saying with Rodriguez, 3rd game back. Granted, they're making a playoff push, or not even a playoff push. Well, I guess it is a playoff push, but maybe they think they leapfrog San Diego and catch the Dodgers. They're what, 3? What are they back here? 4 back in the division. Man, 15 minutes ago, I was ready to stop, and all of a sudden, 17 minutes later, the comments are still coming. T-Mike says, I'll drop some money in the chat while I slip a peach soda at Biscuitville. All right. T-Money's going to come in and drop some money in chat. We're going to take some crazy soccer at plus like 305 odds. Maiden Voice says, Bonds, Clark, rookies in 87. Yeah, Will Clark. Will Clark was a good player. Bo Jackson, the futures. Maiden. In my destro, Will Clark, Bonds, Larkin, Bo, Joyner and Canseco. Here's a classic one here. How about this one? Little Alomar, rookie. Here's what I'm talking about. Spencer Steer. He's numbered out of where's the number on here? Can you see it on the bottom here? $58.75. I gotta save it. Look at this cut on the back of this. Talk about quality control. There's the top board. Look at the bottom. Terrible. Here you go. There's the card we love. Bo Jackson. Palmeiro. Should be a Hall of Famer. How about this guy? Here we go. Another Bonds. Another Bo. Here's another Bo in this version. Bonzi, Glavin. And here's some newer stuff. Yeah, people probably like this guy. Jackson Holiday. He's numbered out of 399. Give me my old stuff. Give me my oldies. Oldies but goodies. Oldies but goodies. Here's another one. Hold on, Maiden. This is a classic. I just have these randos sitting here because I haven't dug into my closet yet to put them in a box. You got to love this one. The old Big Mac. The Bogsy Boggs. And I grabbed this off eBay. Pedro Barbone. Pedro Hobby. I mean, you don't find stuff like this on baseball cards anymore. So I got to love the 70s, baby. And this is a pile of Bowman rookies. Ridiculous. Right into the trash. Right into the trash. There we go. There's a little baseball card for us. True card collector say prior 87. Again, 87 is my cutoff. I could do some 87s because he got some good guys in there from our youth, right? And guys we grew up with watching in the 90s. T-Money, Josh Lau, a little J-Lo, stolen base, plus 420. Terrain to get a walk, 2-1. There we go. All right, better than some crazy tennis. Thank you, T-Money. Tony Gwynn, 83, nice. Yes, I love the Gwynn. He's like running down the baseline. Or running the second base, I should say. Running the second. I just buy individual cards for people now. Yes, you have to, Steve. It's ridiculous. The cost, it's terrible. Davis says Barnsley -1 versus Manchester United under 21. Davis, where do you get these picks from? Lane Gretzky's in the house. Stop by on a break. Can't wait to get back to football talk. Tuesday, Teaser Tuesday returns for week 1 college football. Please follow both channels because the Sean Hicks channel is going to have probably the contests are going to be on the Sean Hicks channel, not on the Winning Free Pick channel. Michael, have a good one. Go get the work done. Get it. Get that work done. Keep doing your ribbies your way, your profit. That's what counts. Yeah, I know, Tim, but it's, you got to sometimes adjust to things here, right? I had a little rough patch of baseball. Again, 6-3 last 9, but we started out slow for the month. Ribby props, I think we're like 2-12 recently. So the game, not the game changes, but it does change because you have guys in a little lull. You have teams. It's just not. I like in May when we could grab 5 guys in a lineup, all plus 150s or more, and hit 3 or 4 of them. And some guys at like 205. It's great. Yesterday, DeYoung wasn't listed. I couldn't put him in the chat here. He was unlisted. He ended up getting the ribby done. It would have offset the 0-3 a little bit because Witt didn't get it, and it was Perez in between everybody knocking in the runs, and he was even money. I just feel like putting that on even money in a chat, I don't know. I just don't, on a prop, I think it should be a little more plus money. Does it have to be? No, that's just my thinking. Again, it comes down to wins and losses. I should just put things in here and roll with it. T-Money, why do you like the much better Brewers? Yes, Sean, why do you like the much better Brewers? I'm with you. Why do I like the much better Brewers? I'm fading the Cardinals. They're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, the Cardinals. Dude, they've dropped 3. They're 11 back. They were just like a game and a half back of these guys. And I'll go back to my rant about St. Louis in July and in April. Trade Goldschmidt and Renata. You should have traded those guys at the deadline. You could have got something for Sonny Gray and Miklos. All these pitchers you got. You could have got something, but more often you get rid of the Goldie and Arenado. You clear out $50 million, and then you go and say, Soto, come be our new Pujols. You're 25 years old. Here's $50 million a year. Put on the Redbirds. Let's go. But we'll run it back next year because these guys are getting better with age. It's like fine wine. Cleveland team batting average 196 versus baseball and 33 runs scored. Under 8.5. Davis, North Dakota State plus 9. I'm hoping this goes to 10 here against the Colorado. Everybody, Coach Prime. Yeah. My concern with this one is that it'll turn into like a trendy dog play of, because you're going to hear like people like me and the quote unquote the pro people are probably like, let's take North Dakota State because we don't like the Colorado team. That was 7. It's up to 9. I want a little more. Can I get a 10 anywhere right now? I see a 9.5. The Circa. Here come the FBS games coming to the. New Mexico 10. I might go under 54.5 in the Montana State game. I could do that. No soccer today. That's tomorrow, says T-Money. He's taking a break. Penn State -10. I like West Virginia. That might be part of my teaser Tuesday, Davis. Notre Dame. Give me some A&M. Wish I had them on to pick them when they were a dog even, A&M. 4-player tennis parlay hit yesterday. 3-1 odds. Good job, Steven. Eric is in the house. O's -1.5 today. I do like the over in this game in New York at Citi Field. Nice stadium, by the way, Citi Fields. Nice stadium. Seattle made big moves and still fall on their sword. The Mariners cannot find a bat. They can't to save their lives. And they really are trying to save their playoff lives. They were 10 games up. They are now 5 back. Out of the playoffs. Out of the playoffs. Unbelievable. Arguably the best pitching staff. Starting 5. Like who? You could say somebody's having a better season. But if you're going to put Wu and Gilbert, Castillo, Miller, all these guys together as a unit, put all their stats, you're not going to find 4 or 5 guys better. You're not doing it. Who's a better? Maybe the Phillies. Wheeler's been excellent. As far as Sanchez, maybe the Phillies are kind of up there. Nobody else, I don't think, is close. No. Eric says Montes scares him for the Brew Crew. Fetty has been bad. The Brewers just win games. It's that simple. I don't want to say the Brewers are turning into the Orioles on the road, but they win. They win games on the road. What are we doing here? 34-28. Not too bad. That is second best in the National League to the LA Dodgers 35-30 mark. Excuse me, Padres are 37-20. So they're right there, tied with the Brewers who are 34-32. So they're actually a little better. They have 4 less losses. So 37 wins for the Padres, 35 for the Dodgers, 34 for the Brew Crew on the road. Not a bad team on the road. David says Connecticut's Sun in the WNBA. Steve says Seattle makes the playoffs. I'm starting Wu, Gilbert, Miller, Castillo, and the Pen. You know what I'm saying? These guys, it's a good staff. The starters are good. You've wasted them. You've wasted them. This is like the O's. They could have went out and got a better pitcher. Now, the Tigers might even shut down Skubal or put him on a 6-man rotation. But you could have got him. You could have went after Mason Miller, get a bullpen guy to put next to Krimble. When that guy crumbles, oh, well, there's always next year. Ask the Blue Jays how next year is going. The Blue Jays are into year 4. This year's done. So what is this? Year 4 of the next year Blue Jays? We'll see how we do next year. What? At least Seattle tried. They brought in Garver, Hanninger, Suarez. I mean, Rosarena over the last couple of years. They try to bring in guys. I don't know why they trade Jason Kelenic. I would have kept Jared Kelenic over there. I mean, he's a nice little player. They can't find a bat if their lives dependent on it. And again, we'll go to our brothers from another mother in the AL East with the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's run it back. So you brought in Gausman in 2022, 12-10, 3.35 ERA. Last year, 12-9, 3.16 ERA. This year, 11-9, 4.24 ERA. Not getting any younger. So let's run back Gausman, who will be 34 next year. Good job. Let's run back Chris Bissett. We brought him in 2 years ago. How'd that work out? 16-8 his first year. Let's run it back. Yeah, 9-12 this year, 4.34. He'll be 36. You didn't want to trade him. Barrios, you made the deal for him a couple years ago when you brought Gausman in here. He's actually been the same. Not too bad. 3.85 ERA this year. He'll be 31 next year. Let's keep running back things that don't work as guys get older. T-Money. Seattle Rays, Padres, Phillies all have impressive stats, but I'm with you on Seattle. Should be ashamed of self-wasting pitching. The Brave staff would be better if Strider's there. It's Sale. Lopez has had a nice little run, but again, he was just hurt. He went out with whatever, whether it was a dead arm or tired or whatever. So he's been out for 2 weeks. Charlie Morton. Padres are solid. I get it, but I mean, Seattle, I think, is right up there. Look at this. Senegal women. Senegal women minus 3.5.
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
Davis, what are we doing? Senegal. Can you find it on the map before you bet it? Dodgers literally have 3 closers. That's fine. And they literally have 6 pitchers who will go 5 innings. So they really don't have 3 closers. They got 3 middlemen. Seattle Garcia from Toronto will be a setup guy for Munoz. Yeah, the Seattle staff is there. They can't hit. They should have been trying to get Vladdy. I don't, you know what? Who knows? Vlad goes there, the guy stops hitting. The guy turns into who's a huge fat guy in baseball. I don't even know, giant fat man. Subject says, when you don't like the Yankees run line, usually doesn't cash. Yeah, I'm not loving the Yankee run line here. I prefer the under. T-Mike says, Davis must be a billionaire. Senegal women. Hey, go get it, Davis. Get it. Senegal and Omaha Storm Chasers in a parlay of your life. All right. Mets over for me. Brew Crew plus 115. No ribbies today. No ribbies. Tomorrow we'll be back. We got a show tomorrow. Some afternoon action. No afternoon show. Maybe we'll even on Thursday. I mean, 2 games at 1, 2 games at 2. Not much. Terrible. Anyway, all right. Mets over, Brewers over. Let's get the video back on track here. Premium plays are on point. You can find those if you want. I really kind of like hype up myself. I will when football comes, when I'm crushing it and people getting buried. I'll be like, well, could have had this. Take the Mets over, Brewers, be a winner. Look at headlines tonight. See you at midnight.